We turn to you now to make a new start. More than just tears, we give you our hearts. Let the people cry and call, that we might stand and not fall. Save us now. Refreshing breeze, people set free. What a wondrous thing that would be. Let us be glad and rejoice. Open our ears to hear your voice. Save us now. You will cause wonders in the sky. You will be awesome, bring new life. You will cause wonders in the sky.
Hello, everyone. We're back in Kansas City, wintertime.
Yeehaw,
We got a
December.
surprise winter. It changed quickly
It
from
did.
spring to winter, right?
Yes.
And so it's wintertime in Kansas City. We got snow on the ground, but it's also the happy holidays
It is.
time, and shopping is here.
Yep. And it's crowded over at Target.
Is
on
it?
Shipment, the whole area. Oh, yeah. Brooke went, what was it, Wednesday before Thanksgiving to try to pick up some last minute stuff. And she said it was a show.
And
a
yesterday,
lot going on.
what day did it snow? Was it yesterday or the day before?
I think
Monday.
it was Monday.
Yeah, and
Monday came down.
yeah, I had to be out, so I got to see a lot of wrecks.
Yeah. Oh, there was a lot.
A
The
lot of
highway
people
was bad.
Sliding
Yeah.
everywhere. So it's wintertime. But anyway, we have holiday time is here.
Yeah.
And you notice I did a title today called Happy Holy Days.
Yeah, I like that.
So now, if we talk enough about it, the people listening it'll ruin the regular song Happy Holidays.
Yes.
Because every time they hear Happy Holidays, they're going to hear Happy Holy Days.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's an interesting time. I don't know. Not everybody does it, but a lot of people, they almost become like different people, or it's a spiritual
Sure,
thing, you
yeah.
know.
Holiday spirit.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
spirit of Christmas,
yeah.
you know.
Right.
And so they become that way. And of course, I put that away years ago,
Sure.
realizing that it doesn't work, because I think we talked about it on another time, where it doesn't really work because you have to go. You're trying to feel like you're 8 or 10 years old again,
Trying to
or
recreate
you're
the
younger.
magic.
Yeah, the magic
Yeah.
and the feel and all
Right.
that. You can't, really.
Right.
And so the best part about it is family. Of course, you can get together with family.
Yeah.
And you and I, we're blessed enough that most families already in town.
Yeah, it makes it easy.
So yeah,
No
so
fights.
so we could say, hey, how about we sleep in and see you after a while?
Yeah, we'll see you at
since
1
I
o'clock.
since I just saw you yesterday.
It's true.
But it was different when I lived far away.
Yeah,
And
to travel
Kathy's
and-
parents, we had to travel. Remember, we talked about how many Thanksgivings we had,
Yes,
and
yes.
how many.
We have quite a few.
You,
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
It's good.
I had Brooke on the phone after her first one. Of course, we had our first one the day before
Right. We
Thanksgiving.
split them up now.
Yeah, and then but I had to call her for some reason mid-morning or a little later, and the only thing she could say is "I'm stuffed," as she's going to another house to have
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
yes.
She's already
And she's
stuffed.
pregnant, so there's already no room
Yeah,
in there
right.
anyway.
That's true. That baby's coming.
She loaded
along.
that plate up and took like 3 bites and looked at me and goes, I can't do anymore.
Yeah, and it's interesting. You're going to have a holiday, pretty much a holiday baby between Christmas and New Year's.
December 29th.
Yeah,
I think's coming
and
out.
I start feeling sorry for the kid, because
I know.
how are you going to give him presents? You're going to have to hold something.
Yeah.
You'll spend
We'll
all your
split it
money,
up,
and you
yeah.
got to hold something back. The other kids get everything, and you
Yeah.
hide something else in the closet,
Exactly.
right?
I'm excited for the tax part of it. Get it out before the end of the year.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
So anyway, I put Happy Holy Days because it is a time when, as a pastor, and I don't count the money or anything like
sure.
that, but I sort of get if that drops a little, or just knowing this, usually during the holiday times giving drops. And I
interesting.
never thought how could that be? We talk about the reason for the season,
Sure,
and
yeah.
it's the birth of Jesus, and we tell the story, and then we got all the nativity and all that kind of stuff, and then we don't follow it all because the nativity is
Yeah.
based. There's a king. Let's go see him, and then the big part where they bring what we call the wise men
Yep.
or magi like that, and they don't buy gifts; they bring gifts.
Sure.
They
yeah.
actually bring the gifts that they. I mean, this is something. If you get the revelation of this, they actually brought stuff that they already owned.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's who they were.
Right.
So they didn't go out and say, "Let's go cash some
Buy
bonds
something.
in
Yeah.
and get some frankincense or something." It's like we have gifts. We have things in our lives that we can give.
Yeah.
Now, of course, at Christmas time, I get all the gift giving and all that
Sure.
kind of stuff. but when you think about following the pattern and bringing a gift to the king
Right. Right.
at this time, we celebrate his birth, but we don't give him any presents.
right.
But and what would you go buy him? But you could go and look, say, we've got some money here. We've got
What do we
this saved
have?
up
Yeah,
there.
Right.
We have they had gold, frankincense, and myrrh saved up.
Mm.
They happen to be very rich, but
Sure. Yeah.
but maybe that would help.
They were wise.
But just the idea that that they brought gifts. They didn't buy gifts. They brought
Yeah.
gifts from their treasures they
that
already
is
had.
interesting.
Yeah, and so you think about it, then you look and they say that people spend, or maybe they use credit cards. I don't know. Somehow they get the gifts.
rewards.
Somehow
Yeah.
they buy gifts for people, and that's great.
Mm.
And we will too.
Sure,
And
yeah.
and that's great. But then the idea that Jesus, the church, his
Mhm.
his ministry, his kingdom.
Yep.
He gets nothing because we spend it all on everybody else, and he gets nothing. And that would just certainly change the nativity if the king showed up and said, "Sorry, there were some beggars along the way, and we met some friends, and we took them out to eat,
Yeah.
and so sorry, we ain't got nothing."
That's funny.
And so anyway, that's just a thought. Like what we do is like we try to plan ahead. Like, okay, let's make sure we save something for Jesus,
Right.
so he's included and his birth is included. If we're gonna make this big to do about it, let's do something actually towards
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just turned into Jesus. Jesus loves us, and he's so generous. So he's
He
glad.
doesn't need anything.
No,
Yeah,
and he's glad
fine.
he's glad we're blessing everybody else
Yeah,
for him.
yeah.
He's really happy about that. But anyway, over the years, then when I've talked about the birth of Jesus, you've heard it enough times. You've been around me a long time, but I always try to remind people the myth that Jesus was from a poor family.
Yeah.
And they say he's born in a stable, which is sort of right. He was actually born in a cave, which was used for animals,
Yeah,
but
right.
but that's okay. And actually, another thing, they called Jesus the carpenter.
Yeah.
And so he really was not a carpenter that much because they didn't have enough wood to be a carpenter.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd had
geographically
some,
speaking, yeah,
some,
Yeah.
but he also would have been what do you call it? A chiseler with
Mason.
like
masonry?
stone.
I don't know. Yeah. Something.
The guy
Blacksmith.
working with stone
Something. I guess that's
because
metal,
they used rocks and stones
Yeah,
and caves and cut rocks and then stacked them up. Whatever. So that part didn't get out. But anyway, the idea that Jesus was poor is because of where he stayed.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I think it is an important thing of the Jesus story that he had humble beginnings. That's important. But he didn't have humble beginnings because he's going to stay poor the whole time.
Right.
Remember, there was no place in the inn.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to go to the innkeeper and say, I'm about to have the birth of Jesus. Could we stay free?
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
we're so poor.
Yeah.
They were going to pay.
Right.
They could pay.
Mhm.
I mean, his dad was a worker. They
Yeah.
worked. And, some of those stone cutters and carpenters will say, did pretty well. I think there's a lot of truth that Jesus could have grown up in more of a middle class. Certainly wasn't
Sure.
upper, but it also wasn't poverty because Rome paid them. And there was I forgot how many miles away they were building something for Romans. One of the high ups. I have to look at the story again, but it's like 8 miles away, 6 miles
Okay.
away, whatever.
So there's work to do.
Yeah,
Plenty of
and
work to do.
they would take, and the workers would go,
Mm.
and they'd work, and they get paid
Interesting.
pretty good from Rome if you were skilled, and his dad was skilled,
Right.
and Jesus was skilled then.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to kind of change our thinking. That first of all, they were so poor they couldn't afford a room. No, they were late getting there.
Yeah. Right.
You know, carrying a
Well, she's
preg-
pregnant. Yeah.
pregnant, like they had to go a little slower.
Yeah.
Everybody else got there first. He said, "Come on, hurry up. There's not gonna be any rooms
I'm gonna
left.
leave you behind, woman.
There's not gonna be any rooms left at the inn," and there wasn't.
Right.
But also, though, it is true though during those times when they stayed there, they would have had to have savings because they stayed there.
Yeah.
If the Magi, what we call the wise men, if they actually came to the same place of the birth,
Jesus,
I don't think he's
3 probably.
about two.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're still staying in that cave
It's a long time to be staying in a cave.
because they let them stay in the cave for free. I think you stay here. I don't
Yeah.
think they probably didn't charge them.
Surely a room opened up by then.
Yeah, so they had either in or they had to get a house or they had to
Right.
do something. But none of that story really is.
It messes up the
Detailed.
nativity scene.
It does.
can't-
We got to keep him there for 2
right.
years.
Yeah, exactly.
And and actually the nativity scenes, we just have to wait a couple hours before they show up.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
shepherds are there. Okay, see you guys, and then hey, we've upgraded. Kings are here now
Yeah.
with lots of dough. But
that'd be nice.
But yeah, he was a toddler then, and but they brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And just like today's prices, gold is now about over $4,000 an ounce.
Yeah, it's shot up.
Okay, so if you compared that, now all of a sudden Jesus, the poor kid, if we made him that, or the middle class kid,
Loaded.
he's the richest kid in town.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of course, what God was doing was what they were doing was right.
Mm-hmm.
This is a king. We need to treat him
Right.
like a king.
Yes.
But they also now had a great finances because they're going to escape and go to Egypt.
Right. Yeah.
Now they're financed in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
He could have worked. Joseph might have worked in Egypt.
It was
as a
probably
skilled-
expensive to hide from Herod too. I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got the whole army coming after him.
Yeah.
so,
Right.
I mean,
So
yeah.
a few of the details. I don't think it really ruins the story. I think it makes it
I think
better.
adventurous.
It makes it more
cool.
real.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
they had to go to Egypt, but they had the finances to do it.
Yeah. Right.
Until they finally came back. But at least when the Magi leaves town, he's the richest kid in town. So
Yep.
Joseph's is going, let's throw a banquet or
Yeah.
take all our friends out to eat or something. I don't know. Hey, Mary, want to get rid of that old rag and get a new? How about a new dress? It's just
Get an
these
upgraded
are,
donkey.
they're real people.
Sure.
It's hard, very difficult for people to imagine Jesus in
The diaper
diapers.
fund. Yeah. This might be a little gross. I was changing Brentley yesterday. And I was talking to Brooke. I was like, "You think Jesus ever had a blowout when he was a baby?" But it's just the reality, practical.
I think.
Of it.
Well, I think us Protestants we can handle a blowout. I don't know about the
Yeah.
Catholics. The
Yeah,
Catholics,
probably not,
the Catholic, he's got a halo all the
Yeah,
time over,
yeah.
and Mary's got a half halo until later.
Until later.
and all the angels had halos.
Yes.
So I don't know about that. So anyway, when we talked about they brought gifts, and then I talked about you bring the best is maybe you've saved up for Christmas. Maybe you're using your credit card. I don't know. But you're buying gifts for other people. And it's nice if you thought, like, well, maybe we could take like we do. Maybe we could take a little out of our savings or a little out of our retirement fund and just bring a little extra gift to church
Sure.
on whatever Sunday they celebrate Christmas out of what we already have. Because not everybody has backup. Fine.
Extra,
I get
sure.
it. I get that. Most people are in debt the other way, but there are tons of people also that have something if they really had to do it,
Yeah.
if they really had to spend it, or somehow they have enough money to go out to eat. Because the restaurant, they talk about inflation and how prices are so terrible, but you can't get in a restaurant here.
I saw an article that was released, I want to say a few days ago on Twitter. I don't know how true this is, but it said 1 in 10 people
If
in
it's on
America
Twitter-
are millionaires. It's got to be true.
Go ahead.
I thought that
what?
was interesting. 1 in 10 people in America are millionaires.
Yeah, the millionaires have grown.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
And the restaurants are full, especially around 5 o'clock here. You can't hardly get in one. And
Sure.
on Sunday, it's really
It's
something
packed.
else.
Yeah. Wait an hour and a half.
And it's not cheap anymore. Prices have gone
Yeah.
up. and maybe the portions have too, just to make
No.
it think like this is worth it.
I think they've gone down.
Yeah. So anyway, years ago, I came up with the Little Drummer Boy song. You know, I actually try to
favorite
avoid
song.
it.
Yeah.
Other because I've said it so many years, but other people bring it up, or they'll be up there sharing something before the offering or during the
Make
offering or whatever,
reference, yeah.
and they say just like Pastor Steve says about the Little Drummer Boy, and I go, oh great,
Here we go again.
I didn't want to bring it up this year, but I ruined that song for a lot of people. But get what it is, because the whole theme of it is I have no gift to bring.
Yeah.
And the wise men, but they gave what they had. But now they got the drummer boy, and so okay, it's a real the emotional thing. So instead, I'm going to play you a song.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, but you know, don't say you don't have a gift to bring when you're standing there holding a drum and some sticks.
I'll say you have a snare you're hitting.
Remember, I said last year, I said, look, if you can't give the drum away, at least give him the sticks.
Something, yeah.
And so, you know, say, well, what's he going to do with sticks? Well, what's he going to do with the song too? You know.
Yeah.
But
That's
anyway, it's just that song gets in us. I have no gift to bring. It's not true, and so I always laughed at that. So you know, I can go other places that haven't heard me use the example and say, you know, come on, how about giving him that drum,
Yeah.
a real sacrifice? And I don't know, maybe the kid made his living playing a
I
drum.
say it's probably a source of income. Who
Maybe,
knows?
yeah, or maybe he just like to make noise. I don't. Maybe he got
If
it.
it was
for-
a kid, it probably
he
doesn't
probably
make
just got it for
noise.
Christmas. And he's not that good because he just got it.
Yeah.
He just pound. But anyway, no. So they do parumpa pum pum, parumpa pum pum, parumpa pum pum, and so. But it's not the song that bothers me so much. Well, a little bit now because I know, but the rumpa pum pums get on my nerves a little bit. But it's just the idea of getting that. Shall we call it like a theology? When I'm like the Little Drummer Boy. Well, heck, you know, I see people come to church. They don't even give him a song. Well, I used to go to when I was a Methodist. We went to church at 11:30 to 12 or whatever at night, Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay.
And they had communion. And not one person got up and sang a song though. And then we did have some music. It was mumbling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, burst out.
Something.
Give a parumpa pum pum at least. So it's just funny things that happen, you know, on Christmas without
Yeah.
ruining it, you know, for everybody. And so anyway, another thing about it, you and I talked about. I guess this is more an adult broadcast, so we can talk about Santa Claus.
I was just about
Or
to say
sometimes
that,
I just have to say the man in the red suit, but everybody knows who I'm talking about. I got a new slant on that this year. I've just been thinking
Okay.
about it. Okay, so you and I, we already have talked other times, like Santa Claus has become almost. People hate it when you do stuff like this and ruin everything, but they've given him God attributes, God powers.
Right.
Anytime you give an object or an imaginary thing God's powers, it's idolatry. So
Bun-dun-dun-dun.
we might as well not go there because we're not going to be able to change it.
Sure.
Except some of the other religions that have come into our country now are they don't want to talk about Santa
At
Claus.
all.
And they don't want a Christmas tree. I saw yesterday an irate screaming woman because someplace where she worked of another religion, I'll
tree,
just say
sure,
that, they
yeah.
put up a Christmas tree and she's screaming at it. You know, like it's alive, you know, or something.
Yeah, like
Sorry, it's dead.
it's already dead.
You
Yeah.
know, there's nothing they can do about it. Its time has already come. But anyway, okay, so that's really for the higher up people, and they're trying to live a little more high in the heavenlies to think where they want to place this. And you and I agreed. And I know your kids. I don't know. They get it at school, so I don't know who they think
So
Santa Claus
we
is.
actually just revealed to Raylan that Santa she's 4 isn't real, and she was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
just." That's kind of
Yeah.
We never made Santa too big of a deal though.
Any-
we never
yeah, we
really,
didn't either,
Yeah,
kids.
just a
Oh,
fun character.
There's so many other characters and things at
Yeah.
Christmas you can have.
Yeah.
But well, even the Christmas tree is if
Yeah.
you go back and trace it.
It's
But if you go back and
pagan.
trace it all, you'll go crazy
Yeah.
because it's here and it is what it is.
Mhm.
But learning to give your children the position to where we realize we don't want them later to say Santa was, you know, all those gifts you got, they weren't from Santa and Santa's not real. And then they get to be 14 and they say, wait, maybe God's not real either. This
Yeah.
is all a joke. When I turn 16, are you going to tell me there's no God? And
right.
you've been the one that have been answering my
Yeah,
prayers or
right.
whatever. But anyway, so I thought this new thing, though, of parents making Santa the scapegoat, because the ones who really do it, I mean, my parents did it.
Yeah.
Santa gave us gifts and all that, and look what Santa Claus gave you and all that kind of stuff. But one thing that you don't realize, what if you don't get what you want?
Yeah.
It's not your parents' fault.
Yeah. So that's good.
He was a scapegoat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Somehow Santa got lost, or were you not? Maybe you weren't as good as you think. You've been pretty naughty this year. You only got about half what you wanted, but it's not my fault.
Right.
Blame it on Santa.
I will say last year we gave the presents that weren't as good to the girls from Santa so that we would be above Santa.
You made him the
Yeah,
scapegoat.
we gave him the little smaller stuff, so we did kind of take that on. Just so you know,
I never
we're
thought
we're
about
cooler
that.
than Santa. So
Yeah, so
we're
I never
gonna-
thought about that till last night. I started thinking about it. Our parents going like, "Oh, sorry, Santa just ran out, I guess."
Yeah.
And so you blamed him. Well, maybe if you're better next year,
Yeah.
since he sees you, like I told you last time, how creepy that is.
Yeah, sees you when you're sleeping.
Sleeping when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Anybody that's peeking in on you, I don't know. That's a little creepy. But
I do hope the girls decide to make milk and cookies still, so that would
Yeah.
we maybe keep that tradition going on the night of. But
Yeah, my parents were pretty good at being, when I was real small, at being sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Because they
Sure.
made me believe. And one time, so you're too naive because you're trusting what your parents say. But anyway,
yeah,
so my dad would put the kids. We got 4 kids, like you're gonna have 4
Sure.
kids, all in the car, and we're gonna go look at the Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm.
Mom didn't get to go for some reason, and then when
Sure.
we came back, the cookies were gone and Santa came.
yeah,
And one time we went out to look at the here. Let's see. Yeah,
that's good,
a
John.
good father and said, as we give good. Yeah, John, that's good. You directed him the right way with the good gifts. But one time we went out to look at the lights, and somebody had a real man on their porch dressed like Santa that was going in the door.
You're
And
like,
so,
"Oh,
yeah, there he is.
I see
And,
him."
maybe he's going to come to our house
Yeah.
next. And so anyway, the first house we had, we didn't have a fireplace, so I don't know. He just broke in the
Just
front door,
kick
I
down the
guess.
door, yeah.
Then we had a fireplace until I
Makes it
finally-
easier for him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I thought, that's my first thought that I've never had before, is Santa the scapegoat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
it's not
good.
my fault. You must have not been good. You'd be good, and then maybe next year
Yep.
you'll get it. But anyway, so when I was a kid, then I don't know. It probably came out before I was born, but you've heard the song "All I Want for Christmas Is My 2 Front Teeth."
Sure.
And I think that's very much a primary song in your family right now.
Yeah, poor Abby. She has
You
no
go and
front
tell him, yeah.
teeth.
She had a playground accident.
Yeah, she was going down a slide and slid the opposite. It was a slide curving to the left, and she looked to the right and busted her face and
lost both her front
had to
teeth
get them pulled. Yeah, she chipped them. Just
and had to get them pulled. So
Yep.
she's had no front teeth till they grow in.
yeah, probably another 4 years or so.
Yeah, every year she'll
Poor
be able
girl.
to sing that song for
Yeah,
a long
she
time.
will.
But she gets along okay. But
She does good.
it's just,
She was trying to eat an apple the other day,
Oh,
and biting it,
uh,
and you could see just 2 skid marks down the side of the apple. She's like, "It's not working."
because they could
It was
put
funny.
they could put false ones or fake ones in there.
Yeah,
but
she's
they don't
so young.
recommend it for
Yeah.
new teeth coming in and all
Right.
that.
We'll
trying
just,
to
just wait them out.
Yeah,
Yep,
the
exactly.
dentist, I guess, thought, if you can get by.
She's a kid.
But
Yeah.
then they came out with a little higher up one instead of. When I was young, I changed it. All I want for Christmas is gold front teeth. So when I didn't have any,
That's
when
good,
I went
yeah.
and I thought, I don't just want regular. Give me
Some
gold ones, gold
yeah,
front teeth.
Sure.
But anyway, now they're the famous and there's a big controversy about it too, about All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Oh,
And Mariah Carey's the most famous Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
one of the most famous. Did you know though? I don't know if they solved it. That they said that's actually a copy
I have heard this.
of another song. I heard
Yes.
the other song, and it does sound
The
it
music
is.
of it. It's like from the
it's-
60s, right?
Yeah, it's really.
The soundtrack, yeah.
It's
pretty dang identical.
So I don't know
Yeah.
what happened if
I
they
forgot about that,
If
but
they
yes,
ended
I-
it, that came out a few years ago.
Mhm.
But anyway, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Okay, and that's a better one
Sure.
because then it focuses on family and people that we love
Loved
and care.
ones,
Gets us a
yeah.
little bit off the gift, and I have no gift to give, but what I want is you. You could give. And really, my experience has been all along when I see in my family too. You know, all by the time we get done, we've given a lot of gifts in our family. We got a
Yes.
lot. We got a lot of kids to give, teenagers and everything. We give a lot of gifts, but you'll notice that today's culture, kids are so inundated with entertainment constantly that even a toy doesn't hold them as much as maybe a video
Yeah.
or a video game or a TV show, because there's action in that, and they're
Yeah.
just
They're
that phone.
stimulated constantly. by
Yeah,
it,
and
right?
but they still like toys and stuff. But I already know what we need to remember when we say what they mostly want is relationship with you,
Right.
me, us,
Yeah.
family, but not just on this season, but all year long. And then the gifts are special, but they're not as special because we have a relationship.
Sure.
But a lot of times kids don't have great relationship with parents, and so
Yeah.
then the gifts mean something, but they don't hold as much power because in their lives, because they don't have they're getting
Yeah.
it from someone who the relationship is stifled.
Is lacking. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
and
gifts
then-
like making up for the lack of relationship.
Yeah, so now I know a secret about you, about all I want for Christmas is you, and we're emphasizing then giving of ourselves is more important through the year and during the holiday season, and that we give lots of gifts to kids,
Yeah.
but it doesn't grab them like it
Sure.
would grab you.
Sure.
That's the secret I know of you, that I know in your garage you still have Christmas presents from last year that have not been opened.
We have a 2-car garage. One side is our car. The other side is the Christmas presents and toys.
From last
Yeah,
year.
they're so
Or
big.
other- yeah.
There's so many of them. So
And-
our other car is parked outside.
Yeah. And okay, what does that say? I mean, they had a great Christmas
They had a
last
great
year,
Christmas, yeah.
but had you given to those that some they open and they just toss them aside?
Right.
When I was real little, it got bigger as I got older. But when I was real little, well, first of all, I had trouble thinking of stuff I wanted. But when I was real little, you just got a few things, you
Yeah.
know, and then you had to go to get some socks and stuff too. But
Oh yeah.
you-
Staples.
you know, they tried to give you like one thing you really wanted, and a few
yeah,
other
the big
things.
gift or
Yeah, the big gift. But now it's well, that's probably my fault. I probably started years ago just going too big.
yeah.
Too big.
Yeah. I don't think it's I mean, from a kid who got just the basic stuff to see that, it's pretty cool to see how much you and the Kings really just and my family now they can just bless the girls.
We
and-
can, yeah.
Yeah, the girls they're blessed, and then as a parent, it's really cool to see that. Like, you know, I almost tear up every time I just watch them open gifts because it's something I didn't get to experience that many, and just to see like the joy on their face opening it all, and like look at the people as they're opening it. It's a really cool time.
Yeah,
to-
I really
to
tear
just
up too
watch.
when I picked out a special gift. They look at it, set it aside, and play with the box.
yeah.
that
Like the
tear-
tape
I-
on this is so much fun.
And that really tears me up when I
Yeah.
realize how much I spent on that
Yeah.
gift.
Yeah,
And they're now they're putting the box on their head or something. Anyway,
That's good.
so anyway, I like the idea. Just substituting a word. Just we hear Happy Holidays. That's great. But in our lives and others that listen to this podcast, this broadcast, is Happy Holy Days and keeping it holy.
Yeah.
And keeping it in check. Try not to go too much in debt.
Sure.
If not at all, but you know, that's up to you. But anyway, and then think about maybe this year bringing something a gift that maybe something you have, maybe something you have you want to go down and pawn it off or something.
Right.
I probably have some
Some of
things
those
I
old
could-
gifts we
I
have in the
probably
garage.
some of the garage gifts you could trade in maybe.
Yeah.
Or give them away to other kids and buy new kids
Sure.
for new, your own kids. But anyway, so the season has started. We just wanted to kind of start it off in
Yeah.
check as it's
Yep.
rolling along, and it'll be here. But the day will
Oh,
actually be here before you know
Yeah,
it.
it flies by.
Yeah, and then like I said, then we got for us we have Christmas. Then we got a baby. And then our other girl, she's got
yeah.
surgery.
Yeah.
She's gonna have surgery, and that's all before
It's a busy time
that's
of
all
year.
before the first of the year.
The most wonderful
Time of the year. So anyway, I like the snow though. I'm okay with
Yeah,
it.
it's
I don't
good.
mind
It's
driving in it.
fun.
So I hope you're having a good start, and some of this is fun, laughable, and some good wisdom as we head into the happy holy days. Till next time. Bye bye.